electric vehicle drivers might soon get a shock in the form of a new tax as the government looks for new ways to plug the hole in the budget. My name is Robyn Moore and welcome to this week's episode of Tax Tidbits, where reports suggest a pay per mile charge for electric vehicles could roll out from 2028, with drivers forking out about 3p per mile. That would cost £24 for a London to Edinburgh round trip. Drivers would have to estimate and pay for their road usage for the year ahead, a system that sounds suspiciously like prepaying for a holiday you might never take. Ministers say it's about fairness since petrol and diesel drivers already pay fuel duty, but people aren't impressed. The AA warned the government to tread carefully or they could risk slowing down the switch to electric vehicles, which would really impact the government's environmental targets. Thousands of NHS staff in England are set to lose their jobs after a deal between NHS leaders and the Treasury allowed the health service to overspend this year to cover £1 billion worth of redundancy costs. Around 18,000 admin and management roles are being cut as NHS England is brought back under the Department of Health, with local health boards also facing major cuts. Health Secretary Wes Streeting says it's all about trimming down the bureaucracy fat and putting money where it counts, on frontline care, promising the NHS is finally on the road to recovery. The government reckons these cuts could save £1 billion a year, enough to fund over 100,000 extra operations. However, unions and health leaders are warning that the cuts could backfire, calling them a fog's economy that risks losing experienced staff and disrupting vital services. We spoke last week about a Kurdish crime network that was illegally employing migrants and asylum seekers. Well, this week there has been a massive crackdown on UK high streets that has led to more than 920 arrests and 340 notices for legal working or renting. Additionally, millions of pounds worth of illegal vapes, tobacco, cash and even cannabis were seized in the biggest operation yet by the National Crime Agency. Operation Mechanise hit mini marts, vape shops, barbers and takeaways, visiting over 2,700 premises across the UK. The crackdown came after BBC investigations revealed shady networks using ghost directors and crime fixers to dodge fines and make a tidy illegal profit. Authorities hope it will stop organised crime, money laundering and dodgy shops, acting as a magnet for illegal migration. HMRC is doing a bit of backtracking after accidentally hitting pause on child benefit for around 23,500 families, thanks to a travel data mix-up that made it look like people had permanently left the UK. Normally benefits stop after 8 weeks abroad, but many short trips were mistakenly flagged due to a lack of data to prove that they returned to the UK. The issue originated from those travelling by car to Northern Ireland after flying to Dublin, as there weren't any routine passport checks to verify if they returned to the UK. HMRC has apologised and updated its process to give claimants a month to respond before suspending child benefit. They've also said they will reinstate payments where errors are found, using employment and travel data to check the cases. The review, prompted by complaints and scrutiny from MPs, aims to be completed by next week. UK businesses are being hit by a rising wave of VAT fraud, with criminals hijacking new registrations to claim dodgy refunds, leaving accountants and business owners pulling their hair out as it's causing delays and blocked filings. HMRC is trying to keep up, but slow responses mean some firms can't file returns or get refunds, which is especially painful for startups counting on these refunds for their cash flow. HMRC says no taxpayer will lose out on money and is working with law enforcement to tackle the fraud, but accountants are calling for simple fixes to prevent these fraudulent filings, like proper ID checks and faster online account setups. However, in the meantime, clients are warned to act quickly when registering for their VAT online account to prevent fraudulent activity. And that brings us to the end of another episode of Tax Tidbits. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back next Thursday, so make sure you don't miss it.